Welcome to Paintubers! I'm Naga.
And I'm Miku. You can call me Miku. We're drawing our Mikusonas.
Yay!
So, you ready to transform to Miku?
Yes!
Let's go! Here's my VTuber model dressed as Miku. I actually did the sketch on stream, so this recording is an off-stream recording. And as you can tell, originally I was thinking of adding a monocle to my Miku.
Oh, fancy.
Because I was just like, oh yeah, fans, exactly. But I was just like, the two references I use for Miku is like very different. I try to stick with the two references of Miku I was looking at, which is one from a music video. I'm not too sure. It's called like, I don't even know how to pronounce the word. I don't even know what this one is. Anyways, a mutual of mine sent me this image of Miku, and I'm like, yes, this is gonna inspire my VTuber model. So I guess you could say my VTuber model was already inspired by Miku to begin with, because of this one dress.
The cage dress.
Is the cage part. Yeah, the cage part, the cage dress. And I was just like, dang, my life problem solved. Because yeah, I think when I was drawing my VTuber model for the first time, I was actually struggling to draw the bottom half because I didn't know what I want. And then the second Miku reference I was looking at is something called the Rose Cage. Hatsune Miku Rose Cage version, which is it's like a formal one. She's like got her knees on the chair, and it's a figurine as well. So I have both the 2D and 3D like references, which is really nice. I always highly recommend if you want to like, look for pose references. Figurines tend to be really good as well because, you get like it's like a 2D drawing, but it's also 3D. So you can like see how like all the forms work as well.
Yeah. And also the lighting is there already, so it helps you with the lighting. And another one would be like cosplay pictures. It's so good.
Yeah, cosplays. Yeah, and then figurines, however, they are very stylized, so you got to be careful about that because they're based on artworks. And for this drawing, I decided to be very simple with it. I didn't want to do like full line art. I was just kind of having fun with this drawing. I think the main focus was like the design and just getting something out because we had like 2 hours to draw this. And that was a plan with my messy drawing.
Well,
I guess I can. Oh,
it's not really 2 hours because I drew mine more after the recording.
oh, true. I guess it's like the opposite. I drew mine before the recording, but I only did like the really rough sketch of it. So I have like a basic plan going into this drawing. But then Naga did like the complete opposite, where they just like spent our 2 hours of our time lapse kind of researching and drawing, designing.
Yeah, you and your plans, man.
I can't live without plans, but my execution to my plans is a bit could be better, could be better. You know what? I love planning. I love planning everything. If you tell me to do something off the plan, I'll be like, my life is a mess. It's terrible. I can't.
I'm the opposite. I don't like planning. Because what's the point of planning? I don't follow through anyway.
Oh, I mean, it's like, I'm very happy if I follow through my plans.
Although, you know what they say about planning? It's not really that you follow the plan. It's about the act of planning itself because you think about what you're gonna do. You don't really have to follow exactly what the plan is. You just wanna like organize it in your head.
Yeah, so you can follow it better. Sometimes, though, I like to just guess. Like, not guess. I sometimes do go in without a plan, but I'm just like, very rarely nowadays.
Nah, I ball. We ball.
No! Yeah. I have like a whole streaming calendar and I like plan all my streams. I go shorts every day and I like pre-make all the shorts. Like I kind of have to plan with those sorts of stuff. So I just kind of tied it with my everyday life, especially with Naga and our projects. Yeah. I guess I can talk about Miku as well, right?
Oh, yeah. Who is Miku?
But hey, who is Miku? Where did you learn about Miku? Do you remember when you first learned about Miku?
I think...
And your first impressions?
This was a long time ago, 3,000 years ago, when it was the year 2000 or so, when I was in... Maybe like 2009-ish, when I was in Tumblr. You know Tumblr? Oh my god, the good old days of Tumblr.
Oh my gosh, Tumblr?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like this ancient website where I saw this art of an anime character with teal hair, and I'm like, who is she? And then eventually I keep seeing art of her, and I actually don't know much about her. I only saw fan art, and yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of characters out there, especially like in the early days, where it's just like you just always see this one character, and you're like, why does everyone keep drawing her, man? Who is she?
I didn't even research. I was just thinking to myself. I didn't bother researching.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, how can you research something if you don't know it, right? Oh. Yeah, I was actually very late. So you said you've discovered Miku back in the 2000s.
Yeah,
I
back in the
was very
2000s.
recent. I was like 2017. Oh yeah, and Miku has feathers on her head, which I like to confirm or like just to like point it out there. I am not a bird, but the rose cake
Of
Miku
course not.
has feathers on, so I figured it'd be a good way to add a Miku touch to myself, not because I'm a bird or anything.
Yeah. And also for this one, you change your hair color. Wow.
Yeah, I talked about it on stream. How you draw Miku is by two things. One is Miku either has twin tail hair. Let's just use this hair color. This is a very ugly color. Looks like a spider, but don't worry. So Miku can either be defined by her twin tail hairstyle or just like the same color hairstyle. I mean, same color, but different hairstyle. So for example, let's draw her with, I don't know, a ponytail, right? That's Miku. But if I draw Miku with a ponytail, but she has a different color hairstyle, that ain't Miku. So this is how you draw Miku. It's the McDonald's logo. No, don't call me out like that. It's the grid. It's the grid. Hair color plus twin tails, or like different hair color is just twin tails, or just hair color, or this is no. Yeah, so I decided to change my hairstyle because I feel like if I kept with my brownish blonde hair, it might not look like Miku, it might look like me more. But I was like, I kind of still want I still want people who don't know what I look like to go, hey, that's Miku, right? Not, hey, that's KOBARAVEN, or I guess in this case, that's Rosetta, right? So I kept the hairstyle similar to mine with like the drill front end and the drill back hair, but I like to think that I've executed well when it comes to making a Mikusona, and you can tell that like this is Miku, but it's not actually Miku. Like it is Miku, but like it's not a Miku that you're familiar with.
Yeah, it's a combination.
It's my Mikusona.
Yeah, it's a combination of your VTuber and Miku.
Exactly, the project of what I guess today's challenge. I think I got this project down very well.
Koba Miku, or is it Mikusonas?
Mikusonas, or is it Rosetta Miku?
Rosetta
Miku
Miku.
Rose. Yeah, because my VTuber name, for anyone who doesn't know, I separate my art and my VTubing stuff. So my VTuber is Rosetta, but I am Koba, but people still call me Koba, even though
You're Koba
I
to me.
stream as Rosetta. Yeah, I'm Koba to a lot of people, so I'm just like, you know what? Don't matter. KOBARAVEN is still active on this channel. Everywhere else, she's very inactive.
Rosetta Miku. Let's go!
Rosetta Miku, there we go. And then here I was just like drawing the lines on top. Like I kind of got bored rendering, and I was like, I want to look at something good, so I started rendering the hair. Or I guess drawing the hair on top. And I think I did it quite well, surprisingly. I was very happy with the results.
That's good.
Yeah, and then I'm adding like my typical corsets as well. I think I have this on my VTuber model as well. And I'm like, yeah, I think the bottom half definitely resembles me more with my VTuber model.
Oh, yeah.
And it also helps that, my VTuber model was inspired by Miku, so it goes back and forth.
Yeah, I think it's
Inspiration after inspiration.
It's the silhouette that makes it look like your VTuber, because you have the drill twin tails.
The drills! I love my drills. I hate being a VTuber where you only see the top part of your VTuber and not the bottom part of your VTuber.
It's unfortunate, really.
I wish people saw my dress more. I worked very hard on it, stealing it. I mean, heavy referencing it, huh? Why would I ever steal? Great artist steal? I mean, reference. Yeah.
Good job on this one.
Yeah, I'm very proud of how it turns out. And I love how I can just like, I really like the idea of trying to just draw things on top. So that's something I want to improve on, like trying to like refine my skills better so I can just like draw it on top and not worry about like, oh, I gotta do this on top of the gradient color, or I need to do it on top of this. Like, I wish my art, hopefully, becomes a bit more painterly in a way. Just draw it on top. I know a lot of people hate the line art phase when it comes to art, so I'm just like, I kind of need the line art, but I'm just like, I want to slowly stem away from it.
Yeah, line art is very, what do you call it?
Time consuming.
It's time consuming, but the thing about the line art as well is it's worth it at the end. But while you do it, it's like, oh,
it's pain.
Why
but
are
like,
we
here's the thing
here?
as well. I just draw it on top anyway, so I'm just like, what if my drawing on top can be the line art? You know? What if it can? And don't even ask me about the feet. I struggled so much with the feet.
The feet. We gotta study how to draw the feet.
So that's my Miku drawing.
Hooray!
It's based on Miku, and it's based on me, and I like to say that I got the combination of us together.
Yeah, you
very,
got it
very
right.
well, I think.
I think you got it perfectly.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Now on to you, Naga.
Yay! It's me!
It's you.
So I just got roped into this idea. It was KOBARAVEN's idea, and I'm like, that's actually pretty cool because I have seen other people draw their character in the Miku outfit. That's what I've seen so far in Twitter, and that was pretty cool, I think. And I remember seeing one where their character, their OC, is a really muscular dude, and they're wearing the Miku outfit. I'm like, damn, that's cool. so I thought, yeah,
It could be anything.
I would also like to draw my character in Miku outfit, but then eventually I think we decided that we're gonna do our own Mikusona. It's not just we're gonna draw our character in the outfit, we're gonna like design our own outfit. And for this one I chose the aesthetic of, what do you call this, like cybertech? I think it's called cybertech.
Techwear.
Techwear, there you go, that's the word.
Techwear. Yeah, techwear.
I used this aesthetic called techwear, and I checked the website called Aesthetics Wiki to see how it actually looks like, and it's very useful because there's a lot of links there that leads you to, for example, articles or like maybe related media to that aesthetic. And what I did is I just click a bunch of links there that leads me to what it looks like in the fashion, what makes something techwear. I didn't really read that much on the article though. I just look at the pictures.
Yeah, I think with today's like internet landscape, it's really hard to find stuff online nowadays, surprisingly. Like, you'd think that we have gotten really good at finding stuff, but I noticed that a lot of our information that we just get like fed to it, like, oh, like, you know, TikTok shorts or like, you know, YouTube videos. It's all information that is recommended to you rather than you searching it up.
Yeah, everything's
So
like
when
getting
I-
spoon-fed to you.
Yeah, everything's getting spoon-fed. So when I discovered this Wikipedia page called Aesthetic Wiki, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can actually research stuff now. And obviously, you know, they say don't trust Wikipedia because anyone can edit it. But honestly, nowadays, I feel like it's more reliable. And even if, I guess, because we're artists, we don't need to know like the like proper history, or I guess we don't need to know like accurate history. We just want to know like how things work or what were the elements. So I was just like, oh gosh, Wikipedia is so good, man.
Yeah, and this is not a history channel. This is like an art channel. We just want the aesthetic of certain things or how to draw certain objects. And also for this part, the pose, I just reference another techwear image that I found. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool pose.
Yeah, it reminds me of like when Pokemon and Miku did a collab together. So with Pokemon, they have different elements. And then what they did in that collab was they made Miku like pretty much the gym trainer based on all these different elements. And I think it was like the ghost type Miku that this pose reminds me of. And I was just like, you gotta see all the Mikusonas. I feel like, I should have showed Naga when we first started this exercise. but all the Pokemon Mikus, because they're all like so different, but they're all Mikus, and you can tell that they're all Mikus in a way, which is really interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And at this part, I moved the sketch to a different canvas, so I start rendering. So I can start rendering it because the previous canvas doesn't work. And I don't know, I just... What did I do here?
You did some painting!
Yeah, I used my
No
trusty square brush for the rendering, but for like the main they call this flat colors, I use like a marker brush in Clip Studio Paint. But for the rendering, mainly I use the square brush. And also I just moved the slider to figure out the shadow on the hair, because I really wasn't sure how I'm gonna render this. All I know is I want to use like really saturated colors and I want to paint. That's what I know, and at this point I didn't know how this is gonna turn out, because I was not prepared at all with this exercise, because we were supposed to sketch or draw a design before the recording, and I didn't do either of those. I just balled it on the
I'm starting to
recording.
see a pattern here, Naga.
But it works. It works out in the end.
It works out in the end. That's good. It works out. I mean, I didn't really do too much. I just like sketched out an idea of what I kind of wanted, so I didn't spend like 2 hours trying to figure it out. But you got it down pretty well, so that's good.
Yeah.
Also, during like our drawing session together with Miku, I remember I was like, "Hey Naga, your character looks kind of dead. It looks really like in
Like a zombie.
despair." Yeah, like a zombie, because it was like kind of the pose and like the eyes that Naga drew. And then I think you kept with it, so you have like this like shadow on the top part of your head, but like the bottom half is lighter. I don't know if that's directly inspired by me, but I do remember just like people pointing and laughing at you, be like, "Haha, Naga, you look dead." And then here we go, Naga kind of looks spooky, but it's like good, you know. It's like good. Not it's not supposed to be an insult.
Well, I just thought I wanna try a different lighting. I don't wanna do like a direct flat lighting. So
Oh my gosh, the eyes there.
I wanted to like experiment with different lighting, and also I like those eyes like staring at your soul. Hello.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, Naga is so scary. But I like it. I like it scary.
Spooky. And what else am I gonna talk about? I think, yeah, at this part I started streaming it because I was like, I always have this thing where I get really lazy, and I feel like streaming will help me become a little bit more productive. Like when you're talking to someone, you become a bit more productive. So at this part of the recording, the rest is streamed, and then by the very end I edited it some more. I mean, I edited the art some more.
Art is a hit or miss. Most artists fall into the trap that, hey, if I'm streaming art, someone's watching me, so I have to draw. And that might be the case, but I feel like as you stream longer and longer, every art stream ends up being a just chatting stream.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because at the start,
So is that trap?
When I first started art streaming, I thought that way. It's like, well, I'm here and they expect me to do something, so I have to do something. I gotta perform, right? But the more you get comfortable, the more you're like, well, I can just do anything, really.
Yeah, people are still gonna watch me regardless. So I just put down a pen down for 10 minutes. No one's gonna not know I'm not drawing right now. And like maybe I'll just like move the screen around a little bit and be like, yeah, totally doing work right now. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, although by this time I was kind of pressured, and I really wanted to finish the art. So I put some pressure on me to like just do it, man. It's fine.
By the end of stream, I'll have this artwork done. That's what I like to do as well.
Yeah, that
They're like, give myself a goal at least.
Yeah, give yourself a goal. And also, I mean, at the start, I didn't really set a goal. I just thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna stream just to clean up the colors, because at the start, right, it was so dirty. The art is so messy, and I thought, well, I'll stream. I can just yap and then clean up the colors. And then the more I stream, the more I draw. I'm like, well, I might as well push forward.
Might as well, dude. You might as well just finish the whole thing. It's okay.
And also the boots really helped me a lot here because I figured it out. It's like, dude, I am cooking here, I think. I can just go on.
You did the thing where you just draw on top. Let's go.
Yeah, I have so many references for this art, dude. This is like the most references I used so far.
Your shoes are so detailed.
Yeah, I love the shinies. I love drawing shiny leather. Look at that, the comparison with the old sketch for the boots. Dude.
Yeah. Hey, Naga, I told you this is the power of using references. So I didn't use that many references. I only used 2 references.
And also, you're gonna get jump scared by bald Miku here.
Bald!
Because I was trying to figure out why it looks kind of off. And I was trying to figure out the lighting for the face. So I had to draw it bald first. That's a tip right there.
I mean, the tip is you normally never want to use white for highlights.
Yeah, and also you have to know how the head shape looks like before you actually put hair on it. So it doesn't look like flat or it doesn't look too big.
Yeah. Like, hair has volume to it, so you want to make sure the hair's not like directly like on the scalp. But you also don't want to make it look like the person has like a huge like head underneath, like Megamind.
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 The Megamind syndrome.
Yeah. So it's always good to like, at least I do it in my rough, but it's always good to have like a sort of like base or like what Naga likes to say, mannequin underneath your model, so you know how the anatomy works. And also like a really good tier god, like an art god, which is what we're trying to be, or like you're doing like a very cartoony style where anatomy doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah, and also here I tried a thing that I've always wanted to try. Put like rainbow gradient on the highlight because it looks so good on shiny leather or like shiny vinyl material. And I was so happy with the outcome.
Yeah, I really like it.
Also wanted to put
even
some
texture
scales.
as well.
Yeah, I wanted to put scale texture under there, but I didn't really stick to it because it's too big. I eventually added it later on, off stream. But with that one that I put earlier, it's, I don't know, I just thought it was like too distracting because there's so much details already.
Yeah, and then you can, like with this Miku drawing or Mikusona, you can tell it's Naga. Again, you can tell, I think the tattoos really help because Miku has that 01. So like that element of Miku is there. And then obviously twin tails.
Yeah, the twin tails.
I think mainly the twin, if you have twin tails and like maybe like some Miku elements like the hair accessory and the tattoo, that's good enough, honestly.
Also, she has that belt as well, like with the triangle design.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I think she has that belt. If I remember correctly, or maybe it's the blonde vocalist. I actually don't remember. But I remember. Yeah, but I remember seeing those kinds of. Hold on. I'm gonna pause.
Yep.
And also here, I realized that I really need to separate the gloves and like the belts from the hand to actually render it properly. Because I was struggling so hard with these hands.
It's always the hands, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always the hands. But with like fabric and like skin texture or hair texture, I don't really have difficulty rendering it. But when it comes to form, it's the form that I struggle with. The render, not really.
Me not caring about the form of my hand and the feet. I'm just like, as long as that looks like a hand.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about art. It's about what the person thinks. It doesn't have to be accurate.
Also,
accuracy is better though.
Yeah, I put a lot of belts because I noticed with techwear, they just have a lot of unnecessary belts. And it looks cool.
It's like, yeah, a lot of techwear. It's just like, you see a lot of VTubers with techwear. It's just belts everywhere, belts here, belts there. And you're like, how does this belt work? Don't matter, belt. All the belts. I guess, speaking of techwear, since your VTuber model is wearing techwear, and you know, I remember you were like, what's my VTuber aesthetic? I didn't even know what my VTuber
I
aesthetic
didn't
was.
even know what it's called. I just thought it looks cool.
So you just find some reference. Now that you know like the aesthetic type, and I suppose you studied it as well. Do you think this exercise help you like finding maybe potentially more inspiration for your VTuber model?
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like I'm gonna use a lot of the reference I use here for my future clothes, maybe, or like for my future upgrades. We'll see.
Yo, Naga. What would that be? 2.0?
Mm-hmm.
With I know you had previous models, but those were PNGs, so I don't know if they count or not.
And this,
And you even had screen tone?
I tried it, but I didn't like the result. I mean, eventually I added it on the shadow, and then I also played with a lot of filters here and the like fish eye.
Oh, the big forehead! I saw it for one
Yeah.
second. Naga's forehead.
The fish eye perspective is so nice. It's so fun to play with. This is the final image. This is the final artwork for my Miku Nyoom. I dub her Miku Nyoom.
Miku Nyoom. I love how you made it like a poster as well. You added like the text, and then I don't know, the second one, I know it's supposed to be warped, but it kind of looks like a piece of paper like that's warped as well.
Oh yeah, the
I
first
don't know,
one.
just put like 4 dots in the corners and then it'll look like a poster. Because that's like the pins, right?
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I love it.
Yeah, I'm really proud of this one. I love the colors. I love the rendering. I love the idea, and I think it challenged me to like push how I can render certain things.
Oh, you definitely push with the rendering a lot.
Yeah. And it's so fun. And also this is another one of those artworks that I did not start out doing line art right away because I'm like it's too much work if I do the line art. So I just start blasting the colors. And then
I'm starting to think with Paintubers, we're just gonna, well, at least you are. You're not gonna use liner. I think I'm kind of leaning towards that direction where I only use like my rough liner, but I'm just like, I think by the end of this, we might not use liner.
yeah, I already thought about it at the start. I was thinking of developing this style while we do Paintubers. Developing a style, a painted style, and then doing a lot of personal work because those are the things that I do not find time for myself because I don't know, I just keep postponing it. And now we have time to do it.
Yeah, well, we're forcing to make time.
Yeah, we're forcing to make time and we're sharing it with you guys. What do you think of our Mikusonas? Let us know down in the comments below.
Does it look like us? Or does it look like Miku? Or maybe both?
Does it Miku?
Oh. Is it Miku? Or is it Miku Nyoom? Or is it KOBARAVEN?
KOBARAVEN. Oh my god. Yes.
I don't want to call my Mikusona KOBARAVEN.
Yes, it's KOBARAVEN. Okay, like, comment, subscribe. See you next week.
Bye-bye. At least, or English songs. I know you got the classic ones as well.
Deco 27 and Gumi, these words don't mean anything to me.
Oh. Sorry, Gumi is like another voice. So, you know how Hatsune Miku is like a voice bank?
I see.
So Gumi's like another voice bank. So I was just like, wait, I don't listen to a lot of Hatsune Miku. I listen to like another voice bank called Gumi.
Wait, so the Deco 27 is like a musical artist that uses the voice banks.
Ah, gosh, I suck at explaining. I gotta keep in mind that I gotta explain it to someone who doesn't understand anything.
Yeah, I've only seen the art, and I've only seen the art mainly.
Maybe I should just re-up that part again. Be like, oh yeah, so I listen to Miku, and Miku's like this instrument, and like, you know, there's a producer called Deco 27 who I listen to a lot.